What's up, YouTube? I was thinking of doing a video today showing you guys how I tame down my emerald tree boas. There's a lot of videos out there, how to handle them, how to tame them, green tree pythons, emerald tree boas. The only thing that I find out when I see all these videos is most of these snakes are already tamed down. They already got a pretty cool temperament because they've been working with them. I'm going to pull out a little guy, might get bit, still crazy, and I'm just going to show you how I work with them to tame them down. The same as the right way, just the way I do it. For one, I start off with gloves because I don't want to get bit. I've been bit plenty of times by other snakes, carpets, bloods, kings, ball pythons, green tree pythons. Don't remember ever being bit by my emeralds, and I don't want to get bit. But yeah, so let's try it out. This is how we do it. So I use this. This is just to hang some clothes. I thought it would be good for my arboreals when I do handle in videos. Let me get out a little snake. So this guy has a little temper still, very defensive. He will grab you if you make sudden movements. So first things first, some people don't like to use gloves. I don't know. I say use gloves. So we get our gloves. You can see he's pretty calm right now. But you're gonna see he's pretty jumpy. There he goes. He's up. Wondering who's touching him. And I don't want to get bit. There he goes. See how he's jumping? Yeah, he's wondering who's touching him, what the hell it is, and if he sees my hand or arm, he will grab me. See that? So first of all, what I do, I let him get on this little pole so I could put his branch back in his cage. See how I just touch him, he starts moving? That's because he's a little nervous. If he was totally calm and tamed down, he'd be cool. He wouldn't move so much. I'm going to put this back in his cage. Got our hook. So I just let him kind of relax a little bit. I touch him a little. But as you can see, he pulls his tail away. He's still kind of jumpy. I pick him back up. He's trying to get to the floor. So I pick him back up. I'm sorry I'm doing this by myself, so the camera's not going to follow me everywhere. Now I don't trust this guy on my arms. He will grab me. So I let him relax right here. keep touching him. See how he moves his tail? He doesn't like it. And we've got to be aware. You never know when they're going to try to get you. And I just keep touching him, so he gets used to being touched. Underbelly, on his back, on his tail. I don't think so, buddy. He's zeroing in on me right now. And then sometimes what I do, I take my glove off, like that. What would he do if I tried to touch him on his head? So he's a little nervous of that still. See how he doesn't really like to be touched. I don't want to freak him out. I want him to relax. And I just want to keep touching him. As he relaxes, and becomes less jumpy, I start to relax and become less jumpy. So you want to start off on a positive note, removing him from his cage without all the bumping and grinding and dropping perches. Nice and easy and removable. And you want to end the handling session on a positive note. You don't want to drop him, have him all scared and nervous, and throw him back in his cage all scared, because then he's going to start thinking, when this person takes me out of my cage, it's usually not a good thing. This usually happens, that usually happens. So as you can see, I'm not trying to get bit. I have the hook here, just in case. And I just keep putting them right back here. And the more I touch him and pick him up and put him back without hurting him, he's realizing that the touching is not all that bad. I'm not hurting him in any kind of way. Let him calm down a little. See how the touch still makes him jump and take off. He's not trying to bite, he's trying to get out of the situation though. He's still nervous. 10-15 minutes, put them back in the cage. It's enough for one day. You don't want to stress them out. What's up, buddy? No one trying to hurt you. Nobody trying to hurt you. We're trying to get to know you a little better. We're gonna be here, or we need to fit in and get to know us a little better. Y'all jumpy, man. Can't be biting me all the time, because I don't go for that shit. I'll fuck around and kick your ass, shit. Keep trying to go down. Again, I apologize, I'm doing this by myself. So basically, he seems a little calmer as far as he's not trying to bite. So I'm gonna see if I can put this away already, the hook. I'll leave these on just in case I gotta work with two hands still. And I don't want him to grab me. But another thing that I do also, before I put that hook away, I don't know if it helps or not, but I take my glove off, I'll put it inside, put the hook inside, and I'll put the inside of my glove right by his nostrils. So when he smells that, perspiration from my skin, the heat from my hand, my scent. I'm hoping that he starts smelling that. He gets used to my scent. I don't know if it works. This is just what I do. But that's what I do. And I've done it with all my snakes. So again, as he calms down, I calm down. When he's jumpy, he makes me jumpy. When he's nervous, he makes me nervous. And as he calms down like that, I take my glove off. Then I try to hold him without the pull. Personally, at this stage, I don't want him wrapped around my arm or smelling my arm because I don't trust him. He might grab me. He smells, puts his nostrils to my arm and starts smelling me, feeling the heat from my arm. He might grab me with his tail. But overall, you pull them out, they're jumpy. Give them a few minutes to settle down, and they start calming down. You keep touching them a little bit here and there, just to get them used to the touch. And when they calm down about like this, no gloves, no pole. Still careful. Any sudden movement, in front of his face or on the side of his head could cause him to strike. But once he gets about this calm and I have him in my hands, this is about when I want to put him back in the tank. We've had a 5 to 10 minute good session. He knows I'm not hurting him. He hasn't fallen off a perch onto the floor or anything like that. He has now been handled without a hook and gloves. Free handling him. And now I allow him to go back. And that's a little bit on how I tame down my emerald tree bulls. No matter how nippy they are, how big they are, I could pull out a bigger one that has pretty good attitude still. And I do it the same way. Nerve-wracking in the beginning, but as the snake calms down, I calm down. I try to stay calm, but it's hard. Because these guys will whack you with a good one. You ever been bit by a blood python? 4, 5, 6 foot? Yeah, these guys are pretty good too, man. They might not be as big and thick, but these guys pack a bite. So let's put him back in, reintroduce him to his tank. That's how I do it, man. Gloves. The hook. This ain't the only way. It's just how I do it. I'm not saying it's the right way. You have to read your snakes. Try. Bring them out. They're going to be jumpy. They're going to be striking. They're going to be looking at you every time you touch them. They're going to turn around, make you nervous because you're going to think it's going to bite you. That's why I didn't throw this thing away. That was my wife's. But I kept it because I figured I could put him on there and let him get off of this, get on there. I could touch him a little bit, and it's worked for me. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then they calm down a little. I just touch them and make them move back and forth as I'm using the hook, the gloves, and he comes down to the point where I could put the hook away and I'm just using the gloves. Then he comes down to the point where I could take one glove off and I'm still nervous, but I have the glove off, 2 gloves off, work with them for about another 5-6 minutes with no gloves. I put them back in the tank. I try to leave it on a positive note. I try to start on a positive note. Is it 100%? No, but it's worked for me with every snake that I have. I have blood pythons that, if anyone's worked with blood pythons, you know how they are when they're young. They're nippy little suckers. We have big bloods that are puppy dog tame. Carpet pythons are the same way. Very nippy, very jumpy. They're all tame. My green tree pythons, beox, ruse, all handleable. Little jumpy when you pull them out of the cage, but once they're out, cool. My emerald tree bull is handleable. This guy, we just got him, I think about 5 months ago, somewhere that I have to look actually on the paperwork, but I believe about 5 months ago. Haven't really handled him. I just brought him into the snake room. So I wanted to just let him settle in, quarantine him. He just got in here, so second time pulling him out, and I thought I would just do this video because he is very jumpy.